Hi everyone. This video is for our friends in the building and construction industry, whether they're registered builders or they're contracting in that industry. And it's about debt recovery, which is obviously a very topical issue with the challenges in that industry at the moment. Hi, I'm Alex Martin. I'm a commercial litigation specialist, and these are my noble legal tips for business owners. Okay, the topic for today is debt recovery in the building and construction industry. I'm sure most of you have heard of the Building and Construction Security for Payment Act, which is useful in Victoria, and there's similar acts all around Australia. There's something that are not well understood within the industry, and people who do use them often don't use them properly, and they do create a mechanism for you to recover debts much more quickly. And I just want to give you a few tips to make sure you're making the most of the available legislation in that industry. So the first thing is you need to make sure your paperwork's in order. That's probably the most important step if you want to use this system to recover your debts. You can recover your debts more quickly if you do, but you need your paperwork in order. In particular, all your invoices that you send in that industry, whether you're a builder or a contractor, all your invoices should say on them these words. They should say, this is a payment claim under the Building and Construction Security for Payment Act 2002. So that's what you say if you're in Victoria, and there's slightly different wording in the other states and territories. And if you want the wording, please message me and I'll give it to you. But all your invoices should say that. And obviously they should specify what needs to be paid and when it needs to be paid. If they meet all of that criteria, then they're a payment claim under the legislation, which will give the person that you're making the claim against 10 days to tell you when they're going to pay, to lodge a payment schedule. If they don't do that, then you can enforce the debt as a debt due. There's no room for debate, no room for argument. If they don't respond at all, then you can just get paid. If they do respond and they say when they're going to pay, or they say what they're going to pay, then there's a mechanism for any dispute about that to be arbitrated, which again takes about 10 to 15 days, much quicker than a court. You can normally do it without lawyers. It does cost you, but it costs you a lot less than hiring a lawyer or than going to court, and both parties pay. And if you're right completely, then it's very likely the arbitrator will order that all the costs be paid by the other side. So if you're not using it already, I'd encourage you to use the Building and Construction Securities for Payment Act. Sounds like a mouthful, but it actually creates a mechanism for getting paid more quickly. It won't fix all of your debt recovery problems, but it will give you an advantage in recovering your debts much more quickly and much more cheaply than if you don't use it. That's all for today. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.